All right. So Chad is on with the Opster, and you happen to notice, Tookie, that Chad was listening. Chad was listening to "Nobody Likes Onions." Did you pick up on that?
Oh, Tookie did.
All right, so here's the clip. Here's the clip that Tookie pulled for us here.
They gave us all security. My guy's name was Tiny because, he was 6'10", and he was my guy for the day. He followed me around because it was nuts. It was the days when we couldn't. It was crazy. All right, whatever. And then what was that?
Sorry, my phone went off. I just turned off the ignore. Go ahead.
And then,
yeah, that was definitely Patrick Melton that Chad was checking out while on Opie's show with Tony Mazur again. This guy's all over the place. Chad's bringing him around with him on this media tour for some reason.
But Chad swears he does not listen to MLO or NLO, sorry, because Melton backstabbed him. So he does not listen. Or else he made one of his text notifications Melton's voice. I think he does.
He's like, I just got to turn on my phone. Sorry, I had that on.
Oh, I hit ignore. What the fuck are you talking about, you retard? You were checking out a show.
Yeah, you were listening to his show. It was very obvious. So then you point this out, and this leads to something that I do not condone. Chad decides to go ahead and dox Tookie on Opie's show.
Can I tell you, though, exactly what was happening there, though?
Yeah, please.
No, he was on. This was on with Opie. He was checking Melton's numbers. He wanted to see who was winning the morning. He was checking Steel Toe.
Oh, God, you're right.
He was checking Melton. And he wanted to see if him going on Opie was hitting the numbers that those guys were hitting.
I got to say, this is the worst thing for creators, that they have that listener count, viewer count in real time. I've said this before. If radio hosts could have seen those numbers of the number of people who were tuned in, that's all they would have talked about. It's getting in the way. It's getting like this whole thing where it's like, they have 324, but we have 417. Oh, no, now we have 411. Oh, no, now it's 420. It's like, Jesus, whatever. These are not significant numbers. Right. 300 people.
And that's all.
It's not significant.
That's all Chad stares at when he's doing a show. He's just staring at the chat with his dead, dumb eyes, looking at the number go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Oh, I have 300. Oh, now I have 298. Oh, now I have 296. Whoa, now I have 301. Whoa.
Every time you see him watching MLC and you see him just drop the screen for a second, it's only to check numbers. That's it.
Yep.
And a lot of times he's not announcing it.
And yeah, a lot of times he'll pull it down to see how many they have and then pull it right back really quick because it's like thousands. Like, oh, shit, I don't want to show people that. So, all right, brilliant observations on your guys' parts. So this is now Chad's not happy with you, Tookie.
No.
Sometimes this business isn't fair. There are people making stupid money and they stink. And I don't even have a producer or anything. I just babble. And I know I'm better than them, Jim and Sam. Shut the F up. They stink on ice.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're getting me going now. Tookie, Chad got caught listening to Melton. Were you listening to Melton during my live stream?
No, not at all.
Well, that's what Tookie's saying. You better take it up with Tookie.
Opie missed part of that super chat. It says, Chad got caught listening to Melton. Whoa! Which is a very important part of that.
Okay. Fair enough.
If you like
Rocco. That's his real name, Rocco.
Whoa.
Hey, docs. I don't care.
Not a fan of the docs. I'm not a fan. I've had people forget. I can't get into it.
Okay.
Cocksucker.
So I liked Opie's response there. He's like, well, I don't know why you're doing that. People have tried to ruin my life, and you really shouldn't dox people, because what you're really doing, it's kind of like when people root for people to get raped in prison. You're like, well, I don't want to be the person to punish you unfairly, but I'll let other people do it, and I'll cheer it on. Like, well, that makes you kind of a shitty person, don't you think? So, anyway.
Yes. Except for rapists, though. They should be raped in prison.
Correct. And yeah, child molesters for sure. Okay, we can all root for that.
Yes,
of course.
Okay.
Now,
yes. Other than them, yes.
Now, Tookie, I don't know if Rocco is your real name. I think your like live in the Rocky Mountains. So I don't know if maybe that's a nickname or something. I don't know what's going on, but
possibly.
Apparently Chad thinks he has some inside information about you. We all know what Chad does when he knows inside information. He likes to lord it over you and threaten to ruin your life over and over again, which I actually have a clip of him talking about that. And I maybe I'll save it for next time. Because I'll save it for next time because Cardiff, you'll likely be back. But it's really bizarre because Chad talks about doxing you and ruining your life. And Opie's like, well, what did he do to deserve that? And Chad had nothing. He had no answer for that. He's like, what? I just don't know why. He's a potato on the internet. If he's got a real job. Yep. What's he doing being a potato? It's like, what's your business? What do you care?
Yeah, no, he's insane.
He has nothing. He can't attack our content or our creativity, so he just has to go with doxing. I don't get it. Well, I do get it because he literally has nothing against us. But since I work for myself, once I found out my real name, I immediately fired myself because I was very disappointed in my actions.
Okay, good.
But
and this also brings me to a new game I will be premiering next Saturday. Well, I have to talk to Vince the lawyer first because I don't know if it's legal yet, but it's going to be called Wheel of Addresses. So this is an example. All those numbers and letters will be whited out, and people will be able to super chat their guesses as to what the address we're showing you is.
Perfectly legal.
So
is that legal?
This is I hope I'm not doxing Chad. It's 19 Shithead Road, Tampa Bay, Florida, 78985.
Yes, on a Wheel of Fortune board.
Correction, it's a 19A.
Oh shit, I have to figure out the apartment thing.
Boulevard.
Yes, you're right. And I will also have another game I'll be premiering called Where in the World is My Biological Father?
Okay.
But not my biological father. Someone else's biological father.
We look forward to both of those things, Tookie. Now,
thank you.
Something happened just this morning.
Hold on. Can I just say, though, the irony of Chad being upset at Tookie and myself for not being ourselves?
Cowards.
As characters, we are more real than he is.
Yes.
Yeah. And more honest.
He said at one point, I didn't even pull the clip because I'm just getting so tired of Chad. But he was talking about how he doesn't like Chrissy Mayer and he doesn't like this person. He's like, because if you had a beer with Chrissy, she's not genuine. She's not a real person. I'm like, all you do is lie about everything all the time. What are you calling people out for not being genuine? What are you talking about?
What's a friend? They all just want friends.
By the way, I've sat down and had beers with Chrissy Mayer. She couldn't be more pleasant. She wasn't feeding me a bunch of bullshit the whole time at all. We just had a normal conversation like friends do. They all want friends. That's funny. That is a really good observation. It's so bizarre.
It's so weird.
Speaking of weird and bizarre, Opie went live this morning. It's on a Sunday, I think. I didn't know he did that. But Cardiff got on the show today and decided to play a game with Opie. And I mean, things just keep getting fucking weirder in this entire world. And this is no exception.
Yeah, right.
So this is Who Said It, episode 22.
Welcome to Who Said It, the official podcast game on
That's my old voice.
WATP. Brought to you by Patreon.com/Cardiff Electric and the Cardiff Electric YouTube channel.
So Opie loves to talk about how if you're just doing Jocktober, you can't build an audience. What are you doing? You're just doing Jocktober? That's not what you do. That's not how you do this. He has no idea what this show is, obviously. Now all of a sudden he's playing Who Said It, a game we played a year ago with Cardiff on his show. You're ripping me off, Opie! Which, by the way, this was the idea of Vic, our review girl, came up with this whole concept. Allegedly.
Subscribe today. Okay, Carl and co-host, Who Said It? Our first entry, Who Said It?
All right, let me skip forward to something very funny. So, obviously, Opie doesn't know.
Ahead a bit.
Yeah, he doesn't know the characters. I have a timestamp for you. Don't worry, Cardiff.
Yeah, I've altered the game. I altered the game to say, did I say it?
Right. So, Cardiff's going, like, you don't know who Tom Myers is. You don't know who any of these people are. So, just let me know if you think you said this or not. All right. So, now Opie's playing by these rules of just, did you say these words or
yes
not?
Or no? That's his only option.
That's his only option. Yes or no. Let's see how he does. on this one.
I think Marvel is catering to the trans community. Who said it?
I think that wasn't you?
No.
Okay. Are you sure?
Trying to think. No.
T. Now. T. Catering to the trans community. Who said it? 1, 2, 3.
And I'll be honest with you, I think Marvel is catering to the trans community. Because she's.
I want to point out. So Opie, it's funny that he didn't know that he said it, obviously, but he's actually cracking himself up listening back to his take on this. You can tell he's endlessly entertained by himself.
Yeah.
Which is fascinating.
And also, we found a friend.
Cardiff, do me a favor. Just play audio from Opie on Opie's show. Just watch him react to how funny he is.
He's asked me to create a game for him.
Yes? You mean since you played this?
Yes. I might have to take some time off from to catch an alien.
Then who has the bigger show?
You think that's why I'm doing this, Carl?
Anyway, this is fucking nuts.
A handsome man as She-Hulk. I think there are a lot of guys out there that are into they're into that sort of thing. So why don't we turn our superhero into a trans? I feel like I'm looking at a trans woman. Are you allowed to say this? Oh my God, are you allowed to say this? I don't know if you're allowed to say any of this. Let's just put it this way: she's a handsome woman. The show stinks. She's a lawyer, and every week it's a different thing that she's fighting in the courtroom. I fucking hate it.
Our next entry.
Wow, well done, Cardiff. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Who are these podcasts?